It's tequila time. Corazon Tequila is offering bourbon barrel finished tequilas. If you're interested in how these stack up against each other, stick around. We're going to find out today. Welcome back again to the Speakeasy, everyone. As you can see today, it is tequila time. Now, I've wanted some of these for a really long time because I am a tequila fan and I am a bourbon fan. And so each one of these are a different age of tequila. This is Reposado, this is Anejo, and this is Extra Anejo. This one is finished in a bourbon trace barrel. This one is finished in a Eagle Rare barrel, and this one is finished in a bourbon trace barrel. So the rules along the lines as to aging is how long, in other words, what makes a Reposado? There's no Blancos up here. So what's the difference between Reposado, Añejo, and Extra Añejo? Well, we'll cover that today. We'll cover the taste of each one of these, and then we're going to figure out which one I think is the best. So let's get started. Okay, so this is Corazon Tequila, single barrel series of bourbon barrel aged tequilas. Now, Corazon is a Sazerac brand, so obviously Buffalo Trace and Eagle Rare is a Sazerac brand, so they've got the access to the barrels, and they decided to combine their two efforts, which I think is a great thing to do. Put these next to those. And I think, like I said, I've been looking for them for a long time, and I ordered these two. I saw them online one day from a place in California. They sent them to me, and I didn't write down the cost because I forgot. This one, about a day before these arrived, I found this one in one of my local stores, and it was $45. So there you go. As soon as you give up, buy them online, they show up locally for me. I think these were also around the $45 to $50 each mark, if I remember correctly. So, and then I had to pay shipping on top of that. So these were a little more expensive than that one. But I like tequilas. I really, I found a few Blancos that I like. I found a few Reposados that I like. I like to stay in the Añejo range myself. But there are some plain G14 I've got back here, Blanco, Silver, whatever you want to call it, is an excellent one. But these are finished in bourbon barrels and those aren't. So how do these stack up? Again, single barrel Reposado, aged in a Buffalo Trace barrel for 11 months. Again, this one was purchased at a local store for me in Norman, Oklahoma, $45. Single barrel Añejo, aged in an Eagle Rare barrel for 24 months. And then this one is single barrel Extra Añejo, aged in a Buffalo Trace barrel. Now, on the Corazon website, it tells you how long these are aged in each barrel. For these two, it does not mention the Extra Añejo. So again, 11 months in a Buffalo Trace barrel, 24 months in an Eagle Rare barrel, but for a tequila to be an Extra Añejo, it has to be aged at least 3 years. So I'm going to guess this was aged 36 months, 3 years in a Buffalo Trace barrel. The only thing that can contradict that is the colors. If you look at the colors of all of these, they're almost identical. So, you know, it makes you wonder, hey, is it a trick? Is it marketing? I'm not sure. Now, if you look at a 2-year bourbon, it's going to be a lot lighter than a 4-year bourbon. 11 months, 24 months, 36 months, I believe. Sure doesn't seem like there's a lot of difference there. But let's figure out what they smell like and taste like. Now this is the Reposado. Got a very light aroma. Now again, if you go onto the Corazon website, they also have a series called Expresiones. So their Expressions series, which is bottled tequila, different than these. These are single barrels. They go a lot different direction because they put them in their William LaRue Weller barrels and Eagle Rare 17 barrels. This is not a 17 barrel age. They do a lot more stuff, and they talk in detail about how those tequilas are the aroma, the finish, the taste, etc. They don't say anything about these. They just say that they're aged a certain amount of months in a certain numbers of barrels. Now this one, again, this is the Corkscrew. I got this at Corkscrew Liquor Store, Corkscrew Wine and Spirits. So this was hand selected. These little coins here are kind of cool. They tell you on the back who purchased the barrel. Corkscrew Wine and Spirits. This is barrel number 038, hand selected by them. These two came from California, so I don't know where these institutions are. This one, this Añejo, is a Buckeye Roadhouse selection. I have no idea where Buckeye Roadhouse is. This Extra Anejo is meticulously selected by K&L Wine Merchants. This is barrel number 913. This one does not say which barrel it is on it. So that's who selected those different ones. Okay, little palate cleanse here. In my Speakeasy mug. If you're interested in any of my merch, go to ScalpersSpeakeasy.com and check it out. Now this is the Reposado, and it's got a very light smell. Obviously they all have a light color. This one's kind of citrusy. Almost like but it also has like a wet grass smell to me. Got a little spicy, peppery smell to it too. For the Añejo, that one's got a distinctly different smell to it, different aroma. This one smells a lot more mineral to me, maybe like salt water or a mineral water. Even has just a hint of smokiness to it for some reason. Usually you get more smokiness from mezcal, but that one's just got a hint. But I get a lot of that mineral smell to it. For the Extra Añejo, that one's got a funkiness to it that one leans even closer towards a funky mezcal smell. Almost like maybe not a wet grass, but straw or a hay smell that's drying in a barn. But it's just got that kind of maybe a funky moldy hay smell. I don't know. It smells good though. I like the smell of all of them. I'm kind of surprised that Reposado is a little more spicy to the smell. But it certainly has like a grass smell to it. On the taste, that has just a little bit of a kick at the beginning of pepperiness, spiciness, peppery. Little bit of citrus on the back end. Overall, I like that one. Añejo, Eagle Rare bottle. Now that one is smoother than the Reposado. It is much lighter on the palate. It is not I don't get the spicy, peppery as soon as I take a drink of it. That one is Does not have a long finish, kind of a medium finish. And I still get a little bit of the flavor. I don't have any heat or anything like that. That's a good, I like that one. All right, Extra Anejo Buffalo Trace. That is just a funky, funky smell. Now that one is very smooth also. Probably smoother than the Añejo. So, just to look at the tequila side of things, that's the way it should be. A little more harsh, a lot of smooth, a whole lot of smooth. As you age, the things should get smoother, but maybe a little hotter. In the bourbon world, the more the proof, the hotter it is, but the better the flavor. Tequilas, I've found, you know, the longer you age them, they're supposed to be smoother with less bite. And that is the case that I find with these. Again, don't have a Blanco, but definitely this one had a lot more bite after you taste it than these two do. This one seems to be the smoothest. It does have a peppery finish, this Extra Añejo, and it has a long lingering finish. I'm still getting in the mouth. It's very smooth and light, but as you swallow and as time goes on, I'm feeling the long lingering peppery, not a burn, but you definitely, maybe like you drink a hot cup of coffee and it's a little too hot, so it's burning as it goes down, but it is not an unbearable burn. It's an enjoyable, long lingering finish. I think this one has the shortest finished out of all of them. But that's an enjoyable drink. Again, little bit of pepper as soon as you drink it. On the front of the palate, by the time you swallow, the peppery finish is not there. It's just a smooth, short finish, and it tastes good. Which one's the best? That one has just such a well-rounded smoothness in the mouth. Again, it's not. I hesitate to say peppery. I'm trying to think of maybe a little bit of mint. I'm not even sure it's peppermint. Sort of like those white wedding mints that you get. That's kind of what I'm getting off that one in the mouth. But the finish is very smooth. Nothing peppery or spicy at the end, and it seems to. Again, it's just medium. It's not unbearable. And that one is, man, that one's smooth too. I think this one probably, I'm going to pick the Añejo. Out of these, they are all very good. I certainly would not, if you got the opportunity to buy any of these bottles, again, these two came from an online store in California, and they shipped them to me, and I got them. So again, this one was from K&L Wine Merchants. This one was from Buckeye Roadhouse, and this one was from the Corkscrew Wine and Spirits in Norman, Oklahoma. $45, about $45.50 for each of these as well. All fantastic. I think flavor-wise, I'm going to go with the Añejo. This one's just very smooth, a little funky on the smell. This one is all well-rounded. I think this one has the best smell, has the best viscosity in the mouth, has a great mouthfeel, and the flavor, I think, is probably the most well-rounded out of all of them as well. Now, I don't drink my tequila on ice. I drink my tequilas neat. Unlike my bourbons and whiskeys, all my bourbons and whiskeys I drink on the rocks. And I've had some people say, hey, you can put this on the rocks as well. I have had some people say, don't put tequila on the rocks. It's going to make it taste bitter. I've never tried it on the rocks. Now there is a glass out there. I can't think of it, but it's like you put it in the freezer, and then as you pour stuff through it, it immediately chills it into your glass. You don't have to put it on ice, so the ice doesn't water it down. Whatever that is out there, if you've got one, let me know. Let me know if it works. If you are the company I'm thinking of, contact me. Send me one. I would love to try it. But I think I would rather have, I don't drink tequila like I drink bourbon because I really do enjoy having a beer and a tequila at the same time. So I sort of sip on my tequila, and I usually chase it with a light Mexican beer, Corona or Modelo or something to that effect. I don't know why. I just like doing that. Do I do that with bourbon, whiskey? No. I'm either drinking bourbon and whiskey or I'm drinking a beer. Rarely. I don't think I ever chase a bourbon with a beer. But for some reason, tequilas, I like to do that. Maybe it keeps me, and these are all 80 proof. They're just 40% ABV, so it's not like you need to cut it down with water or with ice. That's why I like to drink my tequilas neat. But let me know how you like to drink it. Let me know if you cut it with a little bit of water, you put a few drops in it, you like it cold, or if you like it on ice, maybe put your Glen in the freezer and then add your tequila to it that way. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. But hey, I really do appreciate you guys watching these videos. Please go to ScalpersSpeakeasy.com. Check out all my merch. Like, subscribe, share with your friends and family. Come back and see me next week here in the Speakeasy.